All right. Thank everybody for tuning in to The Nation. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Let's get this thing going one way or another. We're going to do another review of an interview with Dak Prescott on 105.
It's like, oh man, this
is what it is.
Turn on Facebook Live.
This is what it is.
You'll see Dak Prescott on the home of America's team sitting down with us.
When Dak wins this game, Ben, will you still be a Robo fan? Dak has arrived, and Ben, are you ready to call him the man? He'll throw it outside to either Jarwin or Cooper. Fight! Dak's arrived! Woo!
I guess your people didn't tell you until we just got here who you were sitting down with, Dak.
I thought I had a restraining order.
You did. I think you still do. I've got the paperwork somewhere around here. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you've lost it.
How are you, man?
I'm great. Thank you guys for having me.
When did you get into town?
I got into town yesterday.
Okay.
Yep, yesterday.
Nice. Now, you have a throwing contest later today, and your boy...
I'm in it.
Your stalker's in it.
I'm in it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Look at that look.
I don't believe it.
You go find out here real soon. We have like interviews with like James Brown and Herschel Walker to record, and he's
skipping them.
He's skipping them.
I'm bringing the hammer.
He's going over to the throwing contest. Okay, the big question there's two big questions. Number one, did you get notifications about Zeke unfollowing and then following you back on Instagram?
Yeah, so...
Yeah, what happened?
No, I mean, I think I just saw the same way as y'all did. So I was just on social media, and I see some posts, why did Zeke unfollow Dak or something? And then I click that, next you know, it's like this whole threads of, like, people coming up with some fake or whatever reasoning. I don't know. Maybe he hit the wrong button, but... Me and Zeke are great. We just spent the whole Pro Bowl and weekend together. We're good.
So was he just on your feed stalking your page? Is that what he was doing?
He probably and just accidentally slipped to hit the unfollow button. Or who knows? Maybe I didn't text him back and he unfollowed me. I don't know.
All right, Jerry called in last night to the station unscheduled because they were talking. Now Dak's got a scared face.
Yeah, you didn't know that. Oh, man.
You never know what's going to happen. He called in unscheduled to Ben and Skin because they were talking about the coaching moves and all that stuff. And he kind of alluded to Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator / play caller. What would Kellen bring?
Yeah.
What makes this guy special? Travis Frederick came on and referred to him as a genius. Like, what's different about this guy?
Yeah, Trav said it. I mean, he's honestly one of these young genius phenoms in the game, and just what he knows, the way, obviously he knows the football that we've been playing and kind of where the game's been going, the more on the ball or whatever it is that the style of play you want to call it. But he's special. He knows a lot about the game, just the way he sees the game, way he's ahead of the game. He can bring a lot to us, a lot of creativity, something we need. Did
you start having a little more say or impact later on into the season in terms of getting together with game plans? And how does that work? Like, are you input from day one, increase throughout the season, increase in year 3, more emphasis and say? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, it's just really as I see something, as I want to put in my input or whatever you want to say, I just do it. No matter if it's early in the season, late in the season, or whenever it may be. It's more if I see something I really like it, I'm gonna make sure I go to them with the confidence or with that. We need to put this in, and they've always been great in doing so.
You know, we talk a lot. There's a lot of chatter on social media, like, man, get Dak running more. Let's have him run more outside the pocket. Design runs. How much of that is that's what the play is. The play breaks down. You want to run.
Yeah.
Do you want to run more than you do now?
I mean, I think running is just one thing at this position that you've just got to allow it to come. It's got to allow it to happen. It's not necessarily, I need to go in this game and I need to run the ball 10 times for us to open up Zeke or for us to open up the pass. Like, not necessarily that. It's a lot of times just how the defense plays the quarterback, how they play the run, and it's just you just have to be able to take what they give you. So for me going in, it's not, I want to do this or I want to do that. It's more, I think a lot of our success and things happen a lot of time when it's not a call, and it's more me improvising, me just making a play, getting out of the pocket. I think it's the majority of my legs had success more so than us calling a design run play.
You're on Twitter, you're on social media. What do you say to the Cowboy fan, us included, who say, we want to see more movement, we want to see Rams and Chiefs influence and, different routes and stuff that's unpredictable and how much? What do you say to that fan who wants to see a little bit more of that? with the college offense that you came from and thrived in.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I mean, honestly, sometimes it's fair for them to have their arguments or their, the college offense I came from, the college offense Zeke came from are very, very, very similar. I mean, it's the same coaches pretty much, the same people that installed him. But once again, you got to look around, you got to see the pieces in the team we have. When you got a guy like Zeke and you got to run it back like that, you got to give him the ball. You got to make sure that you dominate the time of possession. You do those things that you do when you have a guy like him. And then it takes away sometimes from the move and all this other stuff, but it's about being who we are.
Did you know going into last year that the number one wide receiver issue was going to be a problem until you got Amari? Like, when did you guys realize that, man, we kind of need extra help there?
I mean, I don't know if there's a time to just it's not good. We don't have a guy that's getting open. I mean, guys were doing well. I honestly, I wasn't comfortable. It wasn't the same guys at the same positions as much as it was anything. You know what I mean? I mean, you look out there and it's a different X than it was a play ago. It's a different Z than it was a play ago. And sometimes I think what that did is that created a little bit of uncertainty for me. So more so than it was getting the number one, it was just getting a consistent lineup and group across the board that I knew who was my F. It was Beasley. I knew my X was Michael Gallup. I knew my Z was Amari Cooper, that type of deal. So then when I went out there and I saw somebody different, I knew exactly what they were doing. I knew exactly where they were, and it wasn't this scrum. And I think that more than anything just allowed me to settle in. But when you have a guy like Amari and his ability to get open, the way he studies and prepares the game, it's second to none, and that's what makes him a number one receiver.
What day did Jerry and Steven tell you to throw to Amari and not to Beasley?
Yeah, I've been waiting for that day. I don't know. Maybe Cole knows that. I have to call Cole.
Cole. Right, what's going on with Sleep Number?
No, I mean, Sleep Number's great. I tell people when I was joking, when we're 3 and 5, I took that bye week off and actually went and got a Sleep Number. So we can say it was Amari, we can say it was the Sleep Number. Who knows the real reason of why things turned around? But Sleep Number, honestly, is great. Growing up, I wasn't one that needed this bad or that bad. Not being very fortunate, you didn't always have a choice. So I actually thought I liked my bed until I was introduced to the Sleep Number, and just being able to change my comfort level, being able to wake up in the morning and check my score and say, hey, I got a 75, and then not only that, you go and throw 3 touchdowns that week, you're competitive. Next week, I want to get an 80. I might can throw 4 touchdowns. So it's all about the competitive edge. And when you realize how sleep is a competitive edge and it's just important as exercise and diet, Sleep Numbers work wonders for me.
All right, where do we need to go in Atlanta? Where are we rolling?
Yeah.
What's the cool spots around here?
I don't know. You tell me. I thought y'all had the spots.
Here, just write a fake number there for me. I can just say I have Dak's number.
Dak gave me a number.
Just a fake number.
Yeah, I got you. 4. Just write 4.
That was a good call right there by 105.3 The Fan, Sean and RJ. Hey, this is the thing. He talked a little bit about he have confidence and faith in the young Kellen Moore. He said that he liked the fact that he can go into the boardroom and say, hey, these are the things that I'm comfortable with. These are the things that we need to run out and roll out or what have you. But I'm looking at it from this aspect. We'll have to wait and see. I know a lot of people are upset about Kellen Moore, and rightfully so. He don't have any skins on the wall. But you got to start from somewhere, right? I always say it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. So I'm really thinking that Kellen Moore may be one of those guys that's prepared a little bit for this particular, entree. He's prepared for it from the aspect this is what all he wanted to do in his entire life. He used to draw plays with his father. He used to draw plays at Boise. So my only thing is he the top? Is he the highest of the highest candidate? No, he's not. But Jerry Jones, like I said before, you got to say Jerry Jones. You can't just say Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones always loved to hire from within. That's his mode. That's his model. That's his mindset. I think that Jerry Jones got such a big ego that he don't want to bring in any other football guys inside. And then all of a sudden we win the Super Bowl and he can't sit back and say, these are the things I have done. Men out there, especially conquerors of minds and conquerors of the world, they like to climb up the mountain and say, hey, this is what I've done. It's one of those things where you got the big ego, you have that type of mentality. And unfortunately, Jerry Jones got that, and I don't care what nobody say. He cared more about winning. No, if he cared about winning, he'd go deep down in his pocket and reach out for the resources. Because this is the thing: there's no salary cap as it relates to hiring coaches. I'm just being real with you all. I don't have to lie to kick it. You guys know how this thing go. All right, so Dak Prescott going into his number four year. These are the things that we want to see him improve on. Of course, anticipation, stepping up through the pocket. Of course, we saw some improvement through the latter part of his career last year, or I guess through the games or what have you. We saw some of that. Now, think about this, Cowboy Nation. Just think about this. Give me a little longitude and latitude on this topic right here. Just give me a little bit. All I'm asking is just for a little bit. And I'm going to ask you guys a question because you guys know more than me. You guys do. I promise you guys know more than me. Didn't Amari Cooper play with us and perform with us all offseason last year? Was he in Oxnard and training camp and things like that? I'm asking for a friend. Did Amari Cooper, was he the guy that was in training camp all last year? Let me see if I can get anybody to answer that question for me in the chat box. You know what I mean? But neither here nor there. I don't think Amari Cooper was there. He wasn't. So what we got to look at collectively is that we would know with our mindset that this would be something that we can say, okay, we can improve on Dak Prescott chemistry to Amari Cooper, right? Because he wasn't with us in Oxnard. He wasn't. And then on top of that, shout out to Jamal, man. Appreciate you, man. Josh, thank you for tuning in on the Periscope. And Connie and DJ Mike Hitman, appreciate you, man. Hey, this is the thing. We got to look at those particular parameters. And then we got to understand, too, Michael Gallup, the growth factor with him. And don't sleep on Cedric Wilson. Just don't sleep on Cedric Wilson. I had high praises for him coming out of college. Of course, he's a Boise State guy, too. So we going to have to be looking at everything, and we already know. Let me ask you guys this other question right here. I'm just asking you guys some questions before I do the Q&A. Let me just ask you guys this question right here. We got what? The second round draft pick, the third round draft pick, the fourth round draft pick, the fifth round draft pick, and some compensatory picks as well, right? Let me ask you guys this one question. Do you think that Chris Richard is going to have a field day with whoever we draft, right? But on top of that, if we add this, let me add the icing on top of the cake, or put the cherry on top of the pie, if you guys like pie or what have you. Can you guys think or know or have the gumption to know that Will McClay, do you think out of the second, third, or fourth, or fifth, or compensatory pick, fifth, sixth, whatever it may be, do you think he can find just one more explosive guy? Do you guys have trust in Will McClay to find one more explosive guy? I think that he can find one more explosive guy. And I'm going to post a video. The Dallas Cowboys against the Giants. They put up 136 yards. I'm going to say like Shannon. 136 yards within 7 minutes. This is the Dallas Cowboys, right? This is before Amari Cooper. I'm going to post that video sometime today. So what I'm trying to say, guys, it may not be as bad as what we think. It may just be something, a blessing in disguise. We all cried and we all streaming out there. And we was like, hey, come on, Jerry, give us somebody, anybody. Give us something else opposed to a Scott Linehan. I can't wait to later on tonight. I'm going to try to find the Mark, I think his name is Mike or Mark Holmgren. Mike Holmgren, I believe. He used to be a GM for the Seattle. He used to be a coach as well. He gave tutelage to Andy Reid and things like that. And he had some good points. And to this whole entire week, this Media Road at 105.3 The Fan, they got some good quality interviews. I had heard an interview earlier with Mark Slayer. Some good stuff, man. He had some good insights. He said that Scott Linehan was his college quarterback. And he got some good insight, guys. And I can't wait to do some reviews on that. But this is the thing, guys. Will Kellen Moore be the next best thing since sliced bread? I don't think so. But I think that he's good enough to at least for us to see a new wrinkle Now, shout out to Anthony Gonzalez, Mr. Truckee 500. Appreciate you. Nate Murphy, thank you for tuning in to the Nation. The Zeke Elliott Experience, appreciate you. Nate Murphy, appreciate you again. Brian Bradford. Hey, guys, all I want you guys to do is just sit back and enjoy your morning, grab a cup of coffee, and just let's keep the positive feeling. Let's keep the positive vibe going. With all